Welcome in, everyone. Welcome to the Spiritual Warfare Tarot Messages. Here I do in-depth readings for anyone who is advancing along their spiritual path and as well as with their psychic abilities. And or anyone who is dealing with demonic attack here in this 3D realm or in the astral planes. These messages are intended to help you along your journey as you ascend. So, let's see what the message is for you guys today. I'm being told to start here. These cards do not shuffle. Oh. So, top card. Dissolution, surrender, dissolving, formlessness. Solutio is the great alchemical operation of water. It represents the form becoming formless, that which is solid dissolving into liquid. In many alchemical texts, it is the first operation and summarizes the heart of alchemy. For our purposes, it is important to know solutio involves a dissolving of definitions, identities, and labels. The strongholds of the ego drown in the emotional realm of water. We dive back to the beginning, the prima materia. This operation is humbling and disorienting, and oftentimes feels as though the self we knew has disappeared. Who are we now? How will others describe us? When these questions are afoot, the alchemical magic of solutio is underway. By surrendering to the waves, we unite with the primordial essence and return to our deepest self. Ooh. Okay. Ego self is falling away. Higher self is trying to move in. But first, we gotta get all the crap that's in the way of that out of here. Alright, we're gonna pull from the Goddesses and Sirens Oracle. Woo! Oh my. Oh my. There's 3. Only there isn't that many. Release, equality. Alright. 3 goddesses. You have Lilith with equality. Isis with protection. And Ixchel with release. For Lilith, an equal partnership is a positive goal. Your personal power may be challenged. Recognize the need for a balance of power in your body and in your relationships. With Jewish folklore and within some mystical traditions, Adam had a wife before Eve. Her name was Lilith. God created Adam from clay and said, "It is not good for man to be alone." Then he created a woman from the same earth, exactly as he had created Adam. God then suggested that they go forth and be fruitful, but Adam and Lilith began to disagree. "I will not be below you, I am your equal," said Lilith. Adam rose and answered, "No, I am superior, I will always be on top." Lilith could not believe what Adam had said. She cried, "We are equal, as we were made the same way by the same God." They argued and could not come to a resolution. Lilith flew away into the air as far from Adam as she could go. Adam watched helplessly as she disappeared from view. He called to his God, "The woman you have sent me has fled from me." His God heard him and set 3 angels to find her. The Creator said to the angels, "If she comes back, all is well, and I have made her well. If not, tell her that she will be expelled and that she will agree that 100 of her children will die every day." The angels found Lilith flying over the sea, and they told her of God's ultimatum. She thought carefully, but she would not return. The angels threatened to drown her, but she answered, Leave me now. God has now cursed me to cause illness to babies. But if you leave me now, I promise that I will leave the children alone who wear your names and amulets around their necks." Lilith was expelled from God's love and thus became a demon. Her children became demons too, and every day 100 of them died. However, Lilith kept to her word and spared any children wearing the angel's name on their necklaces. And it is tradition to this day that babies wear amulets for protection shortly after birth. Needless to say, Adam got a second wife, Eve, this time made from his own rib. In an extremely patriarchal slant of the Hebrew and in Arabic traditions, Lilith quickly became demonized, a succubus who not only tempted men in their sleep but killed children. She was written out of what became the Bible, but Genesis still contained evidence of her. Genesis 2:2:2 describes God's creation of Eve from Adam's rib, yet earlier passage 1:27 indicates that a woman who had already been made. So, God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. Not surprisingly, Lilith has become somewhat of a feminist icon in modern times, and a much-loved symbol of the feminine divine in Wiccan and certain occult traditions. Lilith is seen as a powerful force for equality between masculine and feminine, and for women to assert justice-filled power. In much of Western society, women are judged on their physical appearance, do not receive equal pay for the same work, and are underrepresented in government positions and in companies. In other countries, they are often the ones who suffer most during food shortages, giving what they have to their children, and experience higher death rates due to maternal mortality. If Lilith is present in your life, examine if you are being treated equally, or perhaps someone else is suffering from inequality. Your ideas being ignored because you are a female or because you are young. Is someone else in the same situation getting respect when you are not? Maybe it's time to be sure you are getting the respect and attention you deserve. You are loved and protected even through the most difficult of trials. This is a time for healing. You need mothering or to use your mothering energy. Magic is happening. Isis is the daughter of the sky goddess Nuit and the earth god Geb. As the wife of Osiris, she is one of the most enduring symbols of loving motherhood, dedicated wifehood, and feminine protective energy. Isis's love and devotion to Osiris after his brother Set killed and dismembered him. In a central story in the mythology of the ancient Egyptians, the storm god Set became jealous of Osiris and killed him. In his rage, Set dismembered the body, hiding the pieces of Osiris so that they could not be resurrected. When Isis discovered that her husband had been murdered, her grief was immense. Some say her tears triggered the Nile's annual flood. Not satisfied that her great love would never attain eternal life, Isis traveled the earth looking for the pieces of Osiris. She found him piece by piece, advised by the god of knowledge, Thoth. She cast a powerful spell, which brought her husband back to life, long enough for her to conceive a son, Horus. Osiris retreated back into the underworld, where he ruled from then on. As a result of her role assisting the newly formed Lord of the Dead, Isis became a protectress of the dead. Many sarcophagi featured her image, with mighty outstretched wings extending her energy and protecting their body. As the mother of Horus, she is often depicted breastfeeding him or cradling him lovingly. Again, symbols of the feminine protection and influence. The cult of Isis spread all over Egypt and extended into Greece, Italy, and surrounding areas. Major temples were constructed in her honor in Philae, and as far away as Delos in Greece. Priestesses of Isis were known for their healing skills. Although the spread of Christianity halted the worship of Isis, it is easy to see how she was appropriated by the Christian religion in the form of Mother Mary. The iconic poses of Mary and the Mother of Christ are incredibly similar to the image of Isis and Horus. When you are fearful or in need of protection, call upon this great goddess. Ask for her help. When you feel the eyes of judgment on you, when you need some extra armor, or when you feel particularly vulnerable, allow her wings to surround you and protect you. If you are feeling physically threatened in any way, it is important that you find someone you can trust to help you. Living with the real threat of physical violence is unhealthy, and others can help to put a stop to it. Ixchel, release. It's time to release an old belief or bad habit. Imbalances of all kinds will fall away. Your pain will soon ease. Ixchel is a jaguar goddess. So you can see this because she looks like a total baddie. Ixchel is the jaguar goddess of the ancient Mayan culture. Was the goddess of midwifery, fertility, earth, rain, and the sacred sweat bath. Wildly honored, her cult extended at one time as far as the islands off the east coast of the Yucatan Peninsula. Her myth once focused on the practice of the sweat bath, the place where the elderly went to relieve their age and pain, and Mayan mothers went before and after the birth to ease the delivery. Birth, rain, pain, and sweat baths all indicate a release of some sort, and this grandmother goddess gives wise guidance to the process. Ixchel also holds the water jar of the calendar. When she empties it, it symbolizes the floods of rain to renew the earth at the end of the year. She was invoked prior, during, and after birth to ensure a fruitful and safe labor. So many drawings and stories of her exist in archaeological records. Call upon the releasing powers of Ixchel when you are ready to let something go. Whenever you want to rid yourself of excess weight, a bad habit, a disease, or old pattern, Ixchel is a powerful discharging force. Allow her to help you let go of what no longer serves you so that you don't hold grudges or resentments. These things are negative and heavy. Alright. So you got some seriously powerful goddesses here on the board. I was not expecting 3 to just jump out like that. So you're dissolving, you're being born anew. Clearly this one knows you have stuff to release. It's saying, hey, call on me so you can let this crap go. You might be letting stuff go where you are not being treated equal. Lilith had a big message there. And with Isis coming in to say, like, yo, you're watched over, you're protected, you're supposed to do this, it is safe to move forward and take these steps toward your own rebirth. So we're going to pull some tarot and see what it has to say for you guys. Maybe Thoth is important to you, because he was mentioned here with Isis, and he's also coming out here, so maybe there's a connection there, maybe that resonates for you. You will know if that is for you or not. We have Sun reverse, 2 of Coins reverse, Emperor, Moon reverse, 5 of Wands, 4 of Coins reverse, Queen of Cups reverse, 7 of Swords reverse. You don't trust anyone. So you see where there's imbalance in your life. There's this masculine energy here. I don't know if he's good or bad. We're going to find out when I get into the mini decks. But you are hiding your struggles. That's what it looks like here. You are hiding your struggles, potentially from this Emperor. Like, it can be mental challenges. It can be emotional challenges. It can be stuff with the physical plane. 5 of Wands can be spiritual warfare. It can be any kind of fight you are dealing with. It could be across the board, mental, emotional, spiritual, physical. 4 of Coins reverse, Queen of Cups reverse, 7 of Swords reverse. So you are not stable physically or emotionally right now. And with the 7 of Swords reverse, that could be because of somebody else doing some deceitful stuff, some backstabbing, some lying, some shady ass treachery. It's just looking like you don't trust anyone because everybody you thought you knew and everybody you thought you could trust ended up like stabbing you in the back or causing trouble or lying to you, deceiving you. So you're withdrawing the cup. You're withdrawing your resources from the situation. You don't feel safe to be grounded, or to put out your resources, or to share your emotions, to share your stuff, to share your thoughts. Just, you don't trust anybody around you right now, and you're going through a really like sensitive process, literally being reborn. And you're like, okay, so where are you not being treated equal? Where are you not happy in your life? Who is not aligning with you? Sun, King of Pence, Four of Pence, Page of Cups reverse, Death reverse, Queen of Swords. Okay. So, the sun is setting on whoever this King of Pentacle is. Could also be, you know, similar to this Emperor. Page of Cup reverse. They withheld the heart space. They were not emotionally supportive. And then with the Death reverse, maybe it's ended before between you two. Whatever this is, it could be friendship, family, collaboration, co-worker, lover. It can be whatever it is for you. You will know who this is. But maybe this has happened between you two before, and then after like this second time, it's time for it to like really be laid to rest. Got Nine of Swords to the 2 reverse, 6 of Swords reverse. Yeah, really out of balance. Really shaky. Yeah, here's this 5 of Wands in the upright again. Like you're being hit with trials, and it's challenging your stability. It's challenging your equilibrium, your balance. How are you going to handle the situation and maintain a pristine internal environment? And that is, it's hitting you hard. And that's okay, because it's breaking you down. And sometimes, if you don't break you down, if you don't go out of your way to break you down, which most humans never will do, then the divine has to step in and initiate those events in your life so you do break down. To break down this ego you've built, where who you think you are. You're like, I'm just this 3D human with this identity, with this job. I went to this school. These are my friends. And it's like, you're so much more than that. You are so much more than this BS identity ego, this minimalistic timeline here on Earth. In the whole scheme of things, you're an eternal spark. You're an eternal spark of God that has had so many different experiences, lifetimes, faces, and names. You are infinite. You are not this 3D body. So sometimes the divine has to come in and destroy everything you know so you can see that, because you're not going out of your way searching for it. You don't come here to to go to school, to work a 9 to 5, to build a career and get the house and get the this and that, to just die and not take any of it with you. What's the point of that? That's stupid. It's a waste of energy. Your soul came here for so much more than just stuff, accolades, labels, titles. It came here to grow and develop. The divine knows that. These goddesses know that. It's time you know that. Who's the Emperor? Ace of Cups. 9 of Wands. Okay, so is he a good Emperor? Because we've been getting a lot of bad Emperors. Is he a good guy? Can we trust him? Tell me, Spirit, tell me. Just, is that it? Is that it? Just Ace of Cups, 9 of Wands? I love you, don't give up just yet? Like, that's what that says. I love you, don't give up just yet. But then this Emperor's different from this King of Pence. This King of Pence coming up as his cups in the reverse position. He's in the river. He's lost. He's still figuring it the f*** out. This guy knows what he wants. Knight of Wands. Oh, yeah. He knows what he wants. Five of Swords. Okay. So some internal mental conflict and... Oh, okay. So all this is going on. There's an Emperor. He's got an eye on you. Maybe you've met. I think you've met. I think he's in the friend zone right now, though. And you were with this King of Pentacles over here. And he sees what you're going through. And he's like keeping tabs on you. But Ace of Cups, Nine of Wands. Don't give up on it just yet. I love you. Knight of Wands passionately wants to deliver the cup. Five of Swords. Three of Pentacles reverse. But there's some mental blocks about how we can make this work. He's worried about how can we work together. Like there's delays, there's blocks, there's things preventing you and me from coming together, sweetheart. Okay, so what's the Moon reverse? What is the Moon reverse? Four Cup, Seven of Cup. Four Cup reverse, Seven of Cup reverse. You're bored with your options? Listen to you. Seven of Wands. Reverse. You don't trust. Yeah, you don't trust anybody. Even if he's like, hey, you're like, yeah. No. Like, you want your Nine of Pentacles, but you don't necessarily want anybody else with your Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Give me one more. Six of Wands reverse. Okay. So in the Moon reverse, in the night, while you're in bed, or in just the back of your head, in the subconscious, and stuff that we don't show anybody, there's this, I'm sick and tired and bored with my options because nothing I do works to bring me my Nine of Pentacles. That's what this looks like. Four of Cups reverse, Seven of Cups reverse, Six of Wands reverse, Seven of Wands reverse, Nine of Pentacles. I feel like nothing I do works, and I feel like I'm stagnating, or I'm bored, or I'm just fed. I'm just done. I'm tired. I'm done trying to try this and try this and try that and get something to work, and all I do is get like attacked, taken down, and it's keeping me from what I want. And here's this Five of Wands again, this struggle, this fight, this battle. So actually no, this one. Five of Wands reverse, please. Or upright. It's upright. Five of Wands, please. Death. Ooh, good. Good. Alright. So this isn't gonna last forever. King of Wands. It's gonna come to an end. You won't be Three of Pentacles. Okay. Oh. Ace of Wands. It's not gonna pan. Okay. So that's not gonna last forever. You're not gonna always have these struggles, these battles to get over. There's a King of Wands in here that wants to work with you. This Three of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, but there's this Six of Swords reverse. So like you don't trust him. And it's looking like he can potentially like help you with what you want, because we got this Ace of Wands. Like he can do it, but you don't trust it. Can I see more about that Six of Swords reverse? Justice reverse. Wheel of Fortune reverse. Okay. Fool. Temperance reverse. Okay. So a lot of different male energies on the board here, and this is why you're keeping your cup close to your chest. Queen of Cup reverse. Okay, so if you're a feminine energy, doesn't matter if you're male or female, if you're more of a feminine energy, the masculine energies that are coming towards you, there's this King of Pentacles who was not emotionally right. Then we got this Emperor here, but there's blocks to working together with this one, and you still have trust issues, which I cannot blame you. And now there's this King of Wands wanting to come in and is like, hey, I could work with you on this, hey, I could help you, but he feels fresh, he feels new, he feels like he hasn't been around you that long, and you're not looking, you're like, I haven't healed yet, I haven't had enough time to me, the Wheel of Fortune hasn't turned in my favor, my energy ain't good, I'm in Temperance reverse, I'm gonna feel like a fool if I like just let this person I don't know in on what I'm doing. So man, this is you're keeping your cards close to your chest. You're not telling anybody about your options. Yeah, and then the Seven of Cups reverse, Four of Wands reverse. You don't want a relationship, but you're having multiple male energies coming towards you. Okay, but you don't want it. You see the Four of Wands is a Five of Wands, and that's your truth. You're like, all relationships that I have just bring struggle, strife, complications, pain, obstacles, setbacks, and you want to move forward, and you feel like all this is just holding you back. And you know what? You're probably not wrong. This is really saying, yo, go in, shed the layers, let the dissolution, let the dissolving take place, and come out anew. Keep your cards close to your chest, keep your cup to your chest. Don't let any of these males distract you. I think that's what this is like. They're here to distract you. They're like, hey, let me take your time, let me take your energy, let me keep you away from healing and have you focus on me. Hey, let me keep you away from working on your project, and how about you come over to my place? Hey, instead of doing that meditation and that spirit, where how about you like answer my texts? Hey, instead of like fill in the blank, right? Like it's just kind of a, you want to do something, and every time you do, you got some boy hitting you up on your line, and you're just like, nah, you got one that's got money, but he's not really emotionally there. You got one that's got a lot of fire, but because yeah, you got the King of Wands with the Ace of Wands, but also potentially it's still kind of new energy. You don't really know this person, but he's interested in you, and you're just like, yeah, I'm not having it. And then you got this Emperor who's like, yo, you have my cup and I want to deliver my wand, but you're going through some stuff and you're kind of keeping me blocked off right now. And it's like, well, he needs to let you heal. Queen of Cup reverse. This is a lot of cards. Okay, I'll take it. Nine of Swords reverse, Hanged Man reverse, Hierophant reverse, Two of Cup reverse. You don't want commitment with anybody. You don't want anyone. Nine of Swords reverse. You are not moving. You are going, no. Nope, I don't trust. How can I trust? After just totally getting like shanked in the back by this King of Pentacles who wasn't here for you and turned you into this Queen of Swords, cold as ice. Like, you know what? You want to play that game? Two can play at that game. all I got was the 5 of Swords, conflict and struggle, when I was trying to go for a 9 of Cups with this person, but they just, yeah. Can I get a clarity on that 9 of Cups? What's with this King of Fool? I guess he'd be acting a fool, huh? 4 of Pent, 4 of Cup. He was not grounded. He was not stable. He was not emotionally mature. Indecisive. Indecisive on what he wanted. And eventually you were like, if you're not going to make a decision, I'm going to make a decision. If you're not going to commit to the thing, if you're not going to emotionally show up, then I'm just going to go. And you want to be cold to me and not be there for me and not tell me and not basically not communicate with me, well, then I'm gonna Ace of Sword cut you off and live my truth and live my best life. But first I gotta recover and heal. So okay, so this is really interesting. So the advice here is, don't let the boys or the masculine energy distract you. You need to look at you. You need to go inside. You need to dissolve, let these layers of yourself go, figure out what matters most to you more than anything else, okay? What is the most important thing to you? Not what your parents want, not what your friends want, not what your coworker thinks, not what your little niece wants, not what do you want? Even if somebody else's feelings get hurt, what do you want? Even if somebody is like disappointed, like dad's like, I wanted you to go to medical school. What do you mean you want to be a painter? Like, I'm sorry, but them. Like, what do you want? It is your soul, it is your life, it is your journey. Nobody else gets to live it but you. You don't live for other people, you live for yourself. It is your experience. What do you want to experience? Okay? We have, take time to tune into your body and recognize the messages it is trying to send you. So yeah, listen to the physical sensations that happen when you're feeling strong emotions. Where do you feel that in your energy body? What is it telling you? What does that guilt feel like? What does that shame feel like? Go into it. Go into the resistance, feel it, and find the wound. So it's like, I feel guilty for wanting to do this because when I was said age, my dad said to me that I needed to be fill in the blank. Like, where is the wound? When I wanted to do said thing at this age, a lot of the times it's linked back to childhood. I wanted to be this thing and my parents disapproved of me, or my friends laughed at me and they picked on me because they thought what I wanted to do was stupid, or whatever it is, right? Or anytime I wanted to get something for myself, my family said I was selfish. Or when I was, with this last relationship, when I wanted to do this thing, I wasn't emotionally supported, and that makes me feel bad for having emotions, or that makes me feel bad for needing support, needing care, and needing love. Like, you will find it. You just have to go into the pain, feel the messages your body is trying to tell you, so you can find the wound, you can heal it. You can be the love that you need. You can be the source of power, of strength, and fortitude that you need. And if you can't do that, if you are too weak for that, you still have the ability to call on a higher power. Rather that's your higher power, a goddess, a deity, an angelic being, whatever faith you follow. If you can't call on you, call on something else that you know will be there for you unconditionally regardless, and they will help you. So you will get through this. This is a transformation, a beautiful one. It looks like hell, but hey, that's where the most powerful transformations happen, is an initiation through your own personal hell. Remind yourself that you are a soul-spirited being. Yes, you are not your body, you are not your 3D life, you are not your job, you are not your parents, you are your own soul and spirit. Devote yourself to discovering the highest truths, and avoid hateful thoughts, as they are just as hurtful as physically striking someone. And considering how these cards have played out, I would assume you have some cold as ice. You are done, you're fed up. I'm getting a lot of negative energy towards the masculine energy. this feels like a divine feminine. I think that's why 3 feminine cards came out now that I'm looking back at it. Because normally only like 1 or 2 fall out for oracle decks. So for 3 goddesses to come out, this is like empowerment to the divine feminine who's dealing with a bunch of immature masculine energy. And you are you're in the process of becoming something you never thought possible. And that's why they're like, stop looking at the stupid boys. No stupid boys. Stop it. Come here. Let me show you the goddess that you are. Because you are. You are a piece of the divine source. And it is up to you. It is your choice to choose your ascension in this life to elevate your Shakti, your prana, your life force to the degree that you have ascended to the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th dimension of consciousness and embody your oversoul, your divine goddess self in the avatar. That is the most important thing. That's why we are here. But we get distracted by all this superficial crap that we're not supposed to even be paying attention to. Devote yourself to discovering the highest truths. So, call on any of these goddesses. They are here for you. Lilith, Isis, Ixchel. They have made their presence known. And with all of that being said, this is what I have for you. I hope these messages helped, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!